Hello, and welcome to day 2 of the week of button mashing. So we're going to get into a couple of tower battles, I'm sure, here in a minute. But first, sometimes when you see something, you got to figure out what's going on with it. And this is one of those times, so I checked all the moves that Milia has to see which of them was that dash. And here it is. It's Miraz, and I figured that since I watch someone who plays this character and I don't see them really use that option the way that the player that I was playing against used it, that there was probably some kind of a gimmick going on with it, right? And I found out that it turns out there is, in fact, a gimmick going on there. So it's essentially got 6p invulnerability, which means that it doesn't get hit by, most of the mid attacks that Testament is going to use, like Far Slash or Heavy Slash at the beginning of the round. And so one of the important things that I've went over in TFH when I was doing that is the importance of understanding how to allow training mode to do the things you want it to do, right? Getting familiar with training mode so that you can actually use it to learn the things you want to learn. So obviously we were getting round start Miraz a lot, and so I wanted to see why it was that this player was getting away with it and we weren't. First of all, a mentality note here. When somebody does something cheeky and cheesy against you while you're learning, don't get upset about it. You actually want to be thankful, especially if they're really brutalizing you with it and just, taking advantage of the fact that you don't know it. That's perfect, because they've left no doubt that that's something that you need to figure out how to deal with, which means that you can now immediately go in and figure out how to deal with it, right? So in this case, the training mode allows us to have counterattack settings in different spots, so after block, after hit, after recovery, after a throw break, and here after a position reset. So basically, every single time that you restart, it's just going to immediately do it like round start. And it even has an additional round call option, which means that when I restart here, it's actually going to give me the option to do a real round start, which is awesome, right? So obviously what I found out is that a lot of my options that are good at round start work here. So first there's 2S. Next, if I really want to call it out, there's 2H, which is a punish. And you do not want to be starting off the round like that, right? We can just throw the there we go. Okay, I held it for too long, but you can throw the crow after that, so you can practice this combo that you get so that you don't mess it up when you're playing, right? So that's really cool. You can just sit here. And I like to try to do the fireball too early. You can actually wait quite a bit there. And now you're kind of like, that is not a place you want to be at round start. And it's actually got quite a bit of recovery as well, as you saw, since we punished it with a 23 frame move, I think is what this is. Been starting to look at a few of these things, and we'll go through that at some point in time this week. But you can even do it when you're trying to pick out other options. So, for example, if I do 5k round start, which doesn't hit that, you see that it's got such a long recovery that even though I wasn't looking for it, I can react to it, and we can still punish that, and you can just start the round with a knockdown. That's... Oh, if we don't suck. Then you can start the round with a knockdown. And, okay, yeah, we have her set to block afterwards, which is correct, but at the very least there, she's minus, even if we're not looking for it. It's pretty great. And let's see if we can get the actual punish here. Yeah, there's the punish. Let's see if we can get it into the sweep. There we go. And then you could just do like a fireball or something afterwards. And you can just hit that with 2k, which is also a reasonable round start, I think, because it's going to catch anybody who's doing any kind of move forward option, and you hit them with your sweep immediately. So it's actually quite cool, all the things you can do. Oh, and you're just stuck there. It's pretty meaty, too. Look at that. Alright, and that is kind of how you use training mode. So what I would do now, and I'm not going to force you to suffer through it, I'll do it on my own time, but what I would do now is I would just practice these different setups and see what's going on. Like, I could try, like, backdash. Fireball, that doesn't work. Alright, what about if I actually just backdash a fireball? Okay, you can block that in time. But if we just throw a fireball at round start, I think it would hit, right? I'm not sure that that's a reasonable option, but I know the backdashing at the beginning of the round is pretty good, right? Okay, that doesn't quite hit. Yeah, so you see, we would just go through these options, so I could do like a 2S if I do a backdash and I see that option. Alright. Doesn't actually punish. Good to know. So now we've got another option, or another thing that we know there, but chances are... Oh, we can punish that. Okay, I was going to say chances are we're at least pretty plus there, considering all the other interactions we've checked out. But it turns out that if you do a perfect dash, and at least a more perfect dash into 2S, that is still a punish. So you could get that into a fireball into the same sort of setup that we had just done. And then you can just practice that. And so now we've figured out a bunch of things that work, right? And we're not even... We basically have our entire round start repertoire except, like, the ones that I was trying. So, like, 5H, not very useful here. 5S, not very useful here. The 6P is not very useful here. Right? We're in bad spots if we hit any of those buttons. And even, like, the 2P, which isn't perfect, still lets us easily get a punish. Yeah, so we can do that, and then, you know, practice doing it into that and getting our combo. And then that's kind of how we're going to be better at the scramble situation, because, yes, I can run up and do... yeah, 2K, 2D into Fireball all day long if I just run up and do it. But if I whiff a 5K first, yeah, it's a little bit harder, see? And that's going to be how it works. We're not always going to get the punish there, but that's still a decent combo. But you could easily see how I could do something like that and leave myself open if they just mash immediately because I don't cover myself with another button, like that. Then, since I'm not covering myself with a button, if they just mash there, we lose, right? And new players are probably going to immediately mash there, and we are probably going to lose there because we didn't have a follow-up, right? The situation after forcing them to block or even hitting them with the 2P, right? So yeah, if we just do that, we're probably getting punished, right? Yeah, we missed our sweep there. So, like, if I were to get rid of this round start situation here, right? And also probably get rid of the now incredibly obnoxious and useless position reset round call. So now I could just do this, right? I could easily... And get rid of the blocking. Okay, now we're good. I could easily probably do this 10 times in a row, right? Yeah, easy. But in that scramble situation, if we turn all that stuff back on, which there is too much of it, but I guess we'll do it anyway. You see that in the scramble, we're not doing it every time. In fact, we're rarely getting it at all. Even when we like miss the punish, sometimes we're not getting the whole thing. And the whole thing is still pretty reasonable to do on block, so... This is kind of how we can practice scrambling a little bit, right? Because we have to push a button first. We have to do something first, and then see what happens. Like, okay, there the sweep doesn't work, right? So a bunch of little tiny, like, scramble situations, and all we did was add a little dash beforehand, and now we have all this stuff, right? If I were to whiff that sweep there, like, what are the chances that if I switch to Milia, she doesn't whiff? Oh, she barely does! Alright. I was sure that we were just dead there for no reason. And we might still be dead there if she's mashing it immediately, because we probably put our hurt box forward with the sweep. So she probably still does catch us there. Imagine having the sweet setup. Your opponent uses whatever it's called, Miraz, and then you just die for it, right? And that's why we're, you know, whatever it was, 1200 rated player, right? Because even when we know what to do, like, that's what should happen, but how often are we getting that? How consistent are we at getting that? And the answer is not quite enough. So, anyway, we've already spent too much time over here in training land mode, but that was something that I saw that was kind of like a problem that I really did not want to keep on getting bullied by. And so when you see those, you can go into training mode and figure out how to deal with them. And we found out a bunch of ways. If we backdash and we see that happen, we can mash 2S and it works. If we are pushing any low option, we just, even the ridiculously slow ones, we just win. And we can even call it out with a huge round start combo that they would be crazy not to burst. And we're not, I don't think there's much of a reason to bait the burst there. First of all, because if you're doing the 2H, I don't think you can. But second of all, because if you just start the round by hitting them with a heavy move, and then them bursting and losing their burst immediately because they were about to lose half their life, get cornered, and have stain, life is pretty good. Like, obviously it's not as good as if they had eaten that combo, but it's pretty good. And let's get over to at least starting the training mode before the... It's crazy that the training mode, like, doesn't let you get into into the actual training mode. It lets you get stuck at character select when somebody starts. So anyway, let's start. And again, you know, we're probably not going to be notably better than we were yesterday. We just got to keep working. Oh, it's even a Kai. Look at that. So we'll probably back off and see if they are a stun dipper. I think that backing off. Can we backdash? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's assume they're going to stun dipper at round start. Oh. Oh, there we go. Okay. And then they got us there. Air dash? There it is. Ah, we didn't quite get what we wanted. Okay, that was a good neutral jump. And I tried to 6P that, it did not work. We got clipped there at the very end. I thought that I could do something there, but he could just throw... Like, I guess you could just block there, because if he's not running up, then he doesn't really get anything off of that, right? Okay, so that beats that option. Oh, there goes the stun dipper. Ooh, and he blocked... I waited until after he did his RC so that he couldn't bait it as part of the RC, and he still beat me there, so that's... We learned a thing there. Oh no, we traded at a bad spot there for me. Usually I will take those trades with Stain, and I was willing to go even there because the RPS is so good for me, but like, I get counter hit traded there every day of the week. It happens really often. Wow, it's really good. Oh, he just went for something crazy. I don't think he was looking for the teleport. That would be insane, right? I hadn't showed it off yet. He didn't burst there? Alright. Does he burst? I tried to do a sweep as well. I tried to super there. That didn't come out. Oh well. All right. Alrighty, that was very risky. We'll take that trade any day of the week. Alright, and we just kind of caught him trying to get out the corner there. That was sort of the idea, was to box him in. But yeah, I have to concentrate a lot just to get any of that stuff going, huh? We're also pushing P occasionally when... Oh, I definitely thought I was blocking. Okay, so my understanding of that move is that if I block it standing, it's pretty much my turn, and if I block it crouching, it's pretty much his turn. Alright, we do have somebody who's at least, like, using... I was trying to clip that. I think I can clip it with that. He just wasn't blocking. I didn't do anything there. That is not a combo. Oh! I thought that was going to beat that. We'll just push a button there. I feel like he was in the air and probably at disadvantage in a way. Like, even if he hit me, it probably wasn't big. I don't think he needed anything big. I had a pixel, but still. I felt confident there. Also, I thought it was going to close slash, which would have been faster than that, so... I was a little... Oh, he mashed. Okay, good to know. I'm a little slow on my... because I'm afraid of my 2P missing there, and I don't want to do anything particularly... There, where it goes. That's what I was looking for before. Alright, fair enough. That's going to happen once in a while. Gotta get the timing. There it is. Got him. I don't know what he was going for there, but I hadn't actually pushed a button until I saw that it was the Fireball Super, and then I mashed H. Yep, see, we didn't get our sweep there. That was kind of what I was talking about earlier. Okay, fair enough. I think I might have been able to RC that. I wasn't paying attention to if I had meter. I had a ton of meter. Yeah, alright. There we go. Okay, hey, we got a nice wall break there. Alright. That was fine. I had pressed a P button there. Okay, I should... Maybe because I had shock state or something, that changes frame data. I wasn't paying attention enough there to know if I even had shock state, to be honest. That was not what we wanted, but it's fine. Can we get our super out? Man, okay, I'm gonna have to spend an hour trying to get the super out too, because like 90% of the time when I try to get super, well over half at least, I am jumping. Even with the new changes they made, I'm not sure that supers were part of that, but even with the new changes that they made, the double quarter circle forwards, I am jumping way too often. There we go. So, okay, we're turning that off. We no longer need that. That stays. All right. Let's see. We can just get rid of these. We can get rid of this, and now we can kind of do what we want to, and we can change this to not blocking if we want to, or we can practice stuff. That was a little too long of a hold. I think that would be frame trap the clock right there, which helps cover this. And then we can go for a pseudo 50-50. Like, Kai can definitely get out of that with Stun Dipper, right? But if he's willing to show that he's willing to get out of that with Stun Dipper, we have additional options that we can press. Alright, so this guy's still crazy at round start, right? We just back off. I think we just don't take this. Okay, he doesn't actually follow behind it in the way that I thought he was going to. I need to throw fireballs after that and stuff. I'm kind of just getting bullied by... No. I was expecting... Oh, there it is. I was expecting the burst there to stay in the corner. Okay, he's got a lot of blood. Wow! That move is so cracked! Let's just use it again. Shoot. Okay, I'm not sure if he's actually plus behind that when he dashes or not. He certainly could be. I wasn't close enough. Oh, fair enough. Ooh! Did he Fukio back to bait that? Maybe. Okay, that does not work that way. It's not actually a counter hit. Okay, see? Things that we don't understand. Seems like he's actually not being as good at round start as I think he is. Oh, a little bit faster than mine, huh? Okay, he's definitely neutral jumping to bait some of those 6Ps, I think, now, so we'll have to watch out for that. Fair. I think that the disrespect on the pressure needs to be addressed, though, right? Like, we were trying to do a couple frame traps right before this, and we didn't really get it. One of them we messed up a meaty timing, and the other one he just mashed out. So now we just slow down. No. Yeah, that's right. Oh! He gone! Oh, he's back. Wow, I felt like I swung first, and he beat me still. Oh, that was in no way what we wanted. That was a situation where I was not ready to do anything. Does that hit? It does. Oh, I was trying to block. There we go. Oh, and that whiffed. I tried to 6P, but I don't know that that goes through. I don't think that it even came out, so it didn't really matter very much, but it did not look like it went through. We was trying to catch him on that one. He mashed on a different one instead. Oh yeah, we need to not do anything that he can mash out of, right? Because he's literally just rolling his face on P. That is his defensive option there. We're gonna just die to that. Yeah, that's too bad. Okay, so I feel like we did really, really, really well against the Nagoriyuki for the most part. We had a couple of things that we need to work on, but as far as I felt like this should be going, it is going nothing like that. The only real things that are going wrong are I'm being a little slow on my pressure. And he's getting out a little bit more than he should. But we are kind of working on that. Okay, that's a lot of blood. Right? Wow, he just clips me there all the time. I have to work on that not being as much of a thing. I think we're far enough away that I can just do this. He can't do much about it. Oh, he jumped even better. 6p, 6p, 6p. Okay, I didn't know that he jumped at me. He could have definitely smoked me there, but he didn't. We'll just stay away from there. I was just mashing P, yeah, because I figured if I did, it would hit him. Oh wow, he can definitely stop that from hitting, but I'm not sure that he can stop. We couldn't quite stop that part, huh? We are kind of making it so that he doesn't quite know what to do. I'm getting clipped there a lot. I don't know. I know that it's not super plus. Maybe I was too high. Like, Testament does not have big air buttons that are super plus. So we'll have to watch out for that. Oh, that was supposed to be, there we go, a 6p. That counter hit my 6p, or am I not good? It's hard to tell sometimes. Okay, I was trying to see if I could clip something with a 6p there, but he's just going low. Alright. Yeah, I think we had it until that last round where we kind of just fumbled trying to get like our hands to work, to be honest. I was just trying to get the stuff that I wanted to do to come out on the screen. And since that's where we are, that's why it's button mashing. Definitely felt like I had a couple of good options there. Like, we didn't die in a half of a hit, which is kind of what I was expecting. Like, you do not have to be very good with Nagoriyuki, is my understanding, to just roll your face on special buttons after you get a counter hit and do like 90% life. And then, like, at that point in time, who cares? Even if you pop, like, you can probably set it up so that you pop in a way that they just get knocked down and now they're in your pressure. Ooh, alright. Haven't seen none of these for a while. So this is a May run. So yeah, I gotta work on Nagoriyuki, but that was nowhere near as terrible as I was expecting. I was figuring I would get hit by random counter hits and die in 2 hits. Alright. No. Alright, so we are going to get lots of Dolphin, huh? Alright, we'll start the round with like 5k or something, or 2p. Let's try 2p. No. They are going to try to go for... Oh, they missed. Oh, we can punish that, right? Man, I was not good at that. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that I actually know about this character. We just have to, like, put it into practice. One of them is you can just 6p this. You used to not be able to. It used to be a much more impressive round start. But it's not quite as good anymore. Cool with that. Alright, can we... We'll just do that real quick. There we go. Alright. So, yeah, if you can stop the pressure a little bit, and the fact that I know this matchup a little better than most of them helps quite a bit, then things are a little bit better. It's hard to talk while doing that. That's one of the problems right now. Like, I'm not good enough to really, like, talk about what I'm doing and do it at the same time. I kind of have to see what they're doing, what's going on. Oh, I beat them. Are they going to play me again? I, like, adjusted really hard at the end there. They might not play me again because of that. So, yeah, once you get them there, and you stop them from doing dolphin, and they can't just dolphin you. Yeah, this happens. Womp womp. Alright. Well, I think considering that we ran the training mode before this, and then we were going to have some fun. I was actually going to try to start talking about what I was doing there to make it work a little bit better. Yeah, obviously they changed the 6P to make it a little bit better. Maze S Dolphin was 7 frames back in the day, which is a very, very fast move. So I was thinking I should be able to beat it with 2K, because that's 6 frames, and then we might be able to get a sweep off of it. But since they made it so that you can 6P the Dolphin, which you could not do before, I made a whole video about that at one point. I don't remember if I uploaded it. You can't really get away with that stuff. And since the anchor isn't a hard knockdown anymore, that's just so... Like, I should have gotten hard knockdown there. I don't know why they took that away from me. Even though I'm not playing her, that feels a little rough. Like, I get that her ability to get a knockdown off of the P's was kind of a problem. I think that was probably why they took it from her, because she could do like 2P or 5P and get a hard knockdown off of slide afterwards. But her 5K is so long that she usually can't sweep after it, so I don't know. Anyway, regardless, I played that character, so I was happy to like try to run a slightly more favorable match for me, because I had a lot more information about what she can do. But sadly, they kicked out. So we'll pick up again tomorrow. Keep working on some trainings and training mode stuff that we find, and keep on running some matches, and I hope to see you there.